Good day, everyone. We are here now on section 17, fees of agents, attorneys, and etc. So, agents, attorneys, or other persons are not allowed to demand or receive any fee. So, commissions or compensation for preparing, filing, or pursuing claims for any benefit under the law. So, unless they act as counsel before Social Security Commission. So, if they appear before commission, they may charge up to 10% of the benefit awarded. So, this is to prevent exploitation. Members should not have to pay just to file their SSS benefits. Only attorneys who represent a case before the commission, like example, formal legal proceedings may charge a reasonable fee. So, example, we have a retiree wants to claim his retirement benefits. So, an agent offers to help him file the papers but asks him 5,000 pesos. But under Section 17, this is illegal. So, nobody can charge for simply filing or processing benefits. So, the only time fees are allowed is if a lawyer officially represents someone in a case before the Social Security Commission, and even then, the fee cannot be more than 10% of the benefit awarded. Let's proceed to Section 18, Employees' Contribution. Employers must deduct from the employee's monthly salary the employee's share of contributions according to the schedule and rates set by the Commission. So, it ensures that workers contribute to SSS from their income. So, the deduction is mandatory and according to fixed rules, so employees can refuse or alter it. So, example, Anna works in a company and earns 20,000 a month. So, based on the contribution schedule, let's say her share is 900 pesos. So, her employer is required to deduct 900 pesos from her salary. So, and remit it to SSS every month. So, Anna cannot refuse the deduction, so it's automatic and required by the law, diba? So, now we have here also the Section 19, Employees' Contributions. So, ang atong Section 18 is Employees' Contributions. So, now, in Section 19, Employers' Contributions, employers are required to pay the employee's portion of SSS contributions. So, employers cannot shift or deduct their share contributions from the employee's salary. So, if an employer refuses or neglects to pay the contributions, SSS can collect them like taxes using enforcement tools like legal actions or garnishment. So, the statute of limitations, actions to collect unpaid contributions can be started within 20 years. So, from when the delinquency was known, diba? So, or the assessment was made. So, for calculating unpaid contributions, the SSS may presume or employer should have paid an amount based on the last complete record or average contributions over past years. So, unless proven otherwise. So, this section 19, this section ensures that both employer and employee shares are secured. So, it stops employers from avoiding their responsibility or passing it on to employees. So, it also gives SSS enforcement powers to collect debts from defaulting employers. So, we have here 3 examples. First example is the proper compliance. So, ana lang gihapon. Ana's employer also needs to pay their employer share. So, for example, 1,900. So in every month, 900 is the employee share. So deducted na siya from Anna's salary. So the 1,900 employer share na siya. So paid by the company. So in total, 2,800 contribution to SSS. So example 2, the violation. So if the employer tries to deduct both 900 plus 1,900 from Anna's salary and tells her, you should shoulder everything. So this is illegal. So Section 19 prohibits employers from passing their contributions to employees. So example number 3, the collection by SSS. If the company fails to pay contributions for several years, SSS can file a case and collect the unpaid contributions like unpaid taxes. So even if the company hides records, SSS can estimate the liability on the last known salary records of the employee. So let's proceed to the Section 20, the government contribution. So the government is required to annually appropriate funds to support the operation of the SSS. So in other words, aside from contributions by employees, employers, and self-employed members, the state also provides a financial subsidy to ensure that SSS can function, maintain solvency, and meet its obligations. So this provision is a safeguard. So it ensures that the government helps out, especially where deficits or expenses beyond contributions might otherwise compromise with the system. So example of the to illustrate Section 20, suppose in a certain year, the contributions collected from members, employers, and self-employed individuals are insufficient to cover SSS administrative costs, benefits payments, and operational expenses. So without extra funding, SSA might struggle with cash flow or be unable to pay benefits on time. So under Section 20, the government steps in allocate, let's say, 2 billion from the national budget to help cover that shortfall. So this way, SSS can continue to operate without cutting benefits or delaying payments. So, mao ra ni tanan ako ang report. Thank you.